days of long ago, created by the cosmic legends of the universe. There stands one man, one great man, a man dedicated to preserving all that is good in pop culture. Loved by few, hated by many. Alone in his fortress of awesomeness, he battles fearlessly against the wolf, the evil, the unjust. That what is wrong, to stand for justice, to serve all mankind. He is the one, the only, the Comic Relief Crusader. Hello, everybody. It is Titillating Tuesdays. And, wow, another week has gone by. And not without its drama in a few other places here and there. And, wow, we already got some people in the chat already. We got the one, the only, John Rendell. You've changed now your species. You're a cats now. Oh, no. You're Dolly. I didn't know cats could type. So, hello, John's cat, Dolly. That's a bit offensive. I know, right? Am I being speciesist? Yeah. Oh, I am. Okay. That you hear in the background is Comic Relief Crusader Junior. Well, you're being heard now, so it doesn't matter. So in that case, hello, Dolly. And we got Anti-Derivative Jill. Hello, Jill. It is so awesome to see you. I'm glad that you're here. And we got 6 people viewing, which is pretty cool. And I guess that means other people are lurking. Ooh. Which ain't too bad. And on top of that, if many of you can see in the chat, I just stuck a pin in there. And you know what? I kind of decided for this kind of Titillating Tuesday, seeing how we had a big show last week on a 25th live stream of Titillating Tuesdays. God, we had like a lot of guests last week, which is pretty cool. I mean, we had Rancor Steve from Manorama, and then we had Gary Ambrosia, and God, who else did we have? We had Canadian Spider-Man, we had Loki from Loki's Morning of Mischief over from his channel. We had Gary from Pop Culture Minefield, and God, we had a whole bunch of people pop on over, which is awesome. So I thought yes, and I did believe I said hello to Anti-Derivative Jill, but I got to show her on screen anyway. So I thought, you know what? Tonight, it should be pinned, hopefully, in the chat. I'm going to make this a free-for-all for everybody to just drop in, and we just talk about, you know, whatever just happens to be on my scabby little mind or whatever they want to talk about. So I'm leaving it up to you, the viewer. If you want to drop on by, there is the link to hop on and, you know, let's yak about stuff. Yes. That we could. So I don't know if you guys heard that in the background or not, but something about chihuahuas. So, and John Randall says, Dolly just learned to type. Now she's She is now waiting under my desk for scraps from my chili to fall. Dude, I don't know if that's a good idea. Cats and chili. that's just a mess waiting to happen. So let's see. Usually we'll start off the show, obviously, with a bit of a laugh. So let's look up what is happening in in how else should I put it? I don't want to say retarded news of the week, but we'll just say the most ridiculous news of the week that one can find. And because I usually do find this kind of stuff, it's just hilarious. So, oh, this one looks like fun. This, I don't know where this came from, but well, I mean, this just says it all, doesn't it? Oh, and John Rendell says, "Soon as I finish my chili, folding in the crackers." Yes, because you need something to sop it up, right? A lot of chili. Actually, I just had a very spicy, crispy chicken wrap, so it's pretty good, and not that spicy. It needs more hot sauce. Don't you agree? Yes. So my daughter's in the background, so she can say hi if she wants to. So this in funny, silly news today, middle school teacher claims that it's white supremacy to oppose thievery. Um, my God. You people scratch your heads and try to figure this one out because you know what? I can't. There's no way. There's no way I can figure this out. It's white supremacy to oppose thievery. Okay? If you don't like somebody stealing from you, well then you're you're just you're just peddling white supremacy. Oh my God. How is this person going to feel when something is stolen from her? So, is she going to be okay with it? Quick, somebody find out who this person is, go to their house, and literally. And leave a pipe bomb in their God, no. See, my daughter, she's a little anarchist. In a game. So, in a game. Oh, okay, sure. Not in real life. And just basically steal all her stuff and then see how that tune changes. So, oh my God, why do we have people like this? John Reynolds, yeah, that nose ring goes right through her brain. Yeah, it probably does, isn't it, though, John? Oh my God, where, why do we have people like this? I don't know. I have no idea. God. I don't get this. Why do we hire people like this to educate our children? See, this is why we homeschool our kids. Well, we got one left, but you know what? Doesn't really matter. This is why we've homeschooled our kids because you know what? With teachers like this is why our daughter does not go to public school because of idiots like this, right? Instead of teaching their ABCs and one, two, threes, no, they're going to go woke and teach kids, you know what? For example, this if you oppose thievery, well, then you're a white supremacist. Like, how does this teach kids basic skills in life? How does this? I don't get it. I don't get it. And first on the show, oh, look at this. John Wendell.
Hello.
Hey, Fez brother, how's it going, dude?
Oh, it's going good.
It's going
We got
good.
the audit for the lodge done this week. Everybody signed off that should have. So
Uh-huh.
that's a big weight off my shoulders
Oh, there you go,
and
dude.
everybody else's.
Awesome. Awesome.
Uh,
So, how you been doing, my friend? Pretty good?
hey, up and down,
Yeah?
a couple of minor health problems, but nothing I can't handle. And it's
Awesome.
getting better.
That's
We're
right.
getting there.
Kick him in the butt.
Yep. As for this so called educator, I mean,
Yes.
one look tells you. I mean, people say don't judge a book by its cover.
Right.
That's why the cover is there.
Yep.
Okay, is so you can judge it, like album covers.
Hey,
You're
Pop
not
Culture Republic.
you're not going to look at a Johnny Mathis album and think you're going to get Iron Maiden, you know?
This is true.
And you look at this with the pixie haircut and the weird eyebrows and the weird eyes and the nose ring, and it's like, yeah, she crazy.
She be
You
loco,
know?
man.
Yeah, I mean,
Oh, jeez.
So what's number two?
Well, let's see. What do we got here? Pop Culture Republic says, "Oh, what's this? A teacher? Say no more."
Yeah,
Yeah. Well, you just made it in time for the wacky news of the week, where a middle school teacher says it's white supremacy to oppose thievery. Yeah. So, all the warning signs right there. Yep, exactly.
yep.
Right.
There you go.
So, yeah. So, yeah, because why not start off a show with something hilarious, with something funny, right? So, and Pop Culture Republic, if you want, there is a link on top of the chat, and tonight I'm making this for a free for all, for everybody to join in and just, you know what, just maybe have a nice relaxing chat. Um, and just invite people in and yak away and stuff like that. You know what? Last week, exactly. Last week, I know there was a couple of guys that work at the same place that I do. They were expecting a Ant-Man and the Wasp Quantum Mania kind of review, but obviously it was the 25th show, and I kind of did something different. So I I had to look at the movie, and I'm gonna say this. There's a reason why it's there's a reason why it's losing money.
Hmm.
And this is like what, the second week that's been out now. And apparently Disney is okay with with it losing money, apparently, from what I've been reading lately. Yeah, this ain't cool. It's it's the movie. Okay, I'm just going to say this about the movie, okay? Because I know for a lot of people that probably have not seen it yet, I don't want to spoil a lot of things for them, but I'm going to say this. I found it rather boring, the whole movie. Um it's the same old MacGuffin quest. Oh, and on the show, we got Pop Culture Republic
Hey.
on the show tonight.
Hey there.
dude.
Hello.
How you doing,
And
sir?
I'm doing well.
and we got the Lost Wonder in the chat as well. Okay, finally made it to sit down and chat. Well, dude, the link is in the chat. You can, if you want to come on in. So, but yeah, I thought I don't know. I was really hoping that most of the critics were wrong, because I mean, let's face it, nowadays, who really listens to critics? But a lot of them were saying that, what, this movie's like really boring. It's not as good as the previous two, and I had to look at it, and
Which movie is this?
Ant-Man and the Wasp:
Ant-Man?
Quantumania. Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
And
I don't think I'll be seeing it.
yeah, apparently even the Quantumania writer implies there's no real plan for Phase 5 and beyond, and we're in the process of figuring that out. It's like Phase
That's good.
1. Yeah, I know. Phase 1 to 3 till
That
Endgame.
fills me with excitement.
Yeah, I know, right? It had it all figured out. There was a plan. Now there's no plan in 4 and 5. Like, are you kidding me? This is oh god.
From phase bore to phase meh
Snore.
snore.
Yeah. So, but no, the movie was just boring. The special effects were just meh because most of the funding ended up going to Wakanda forever. And and even that movie was a snore fest all its own with Mexican Namor. But
You would
yeah,
think comic books would be easy because you've got the artwork showing what the character is supposed to look like.
Yep.
You have the panels in the comic book that you use for storyboards, and then you have the dialogue.
Yeah,
It's like 1, 2, 3. There's how you make a movie.
Yeah, this is all pretty much pre-made for you at this point.
Yeah.
How can you possibly screw it up?
Oh, you have somebody
They
saying,
don't need no storyboards.
Yeah, exactly. What's
you
a
just have somebody
storyboard? Who
say,
needs this?
well, we just wanted to make our own story.
Yes, because what was it a few weeks ago or a little over a month ago? That our illustrious Marvel Studios head, Feige was saying that oh no, we just take a little seed from the comics,
Yeah.
and then we basically embellish upon the whole thing, right? We just add the rest. Well, you're an idiot.
Let's just ignore 30, 40, 50 years of story behind the characters and do our own thing.
You have a
And it's
plethora
crazy.
of history. Yes, it is. You
Yeah,
have a
and
plethora of
they own the rights to all of it, so they can't be afraid of being sued for using the original material.
Right.
Well, exactly, right. Well, I don't know.
It's-
We can't possibly use that. The Marvel Comics might sue us. You are making the Marvel Comics.
Yeah.
And
you moron.
Then you have somebody like Kathleen Kennedy saying, "Oh, we just didn't have source material or anything to fall back on."
God. Is it
And
any wonder?
It's not like she wasn't able to call up George Lucas and say, "Hey, what's going on here?"
Go ahead, John. He's at a loss for words.
Yeah.
How do I follow up on that?
You gotta wonder. I mean, seriously, my cat could write better Star Wars, and she only just learned to type about 4 hours ago.
So, if an infinite amount of monkeys on an infinite amount of typewriters were going, God, they could come up with better crap than this.
Yep.
And that's with flinging poo. So,
I mean, Shakespeare on acid would be better than what we're getting.
Right.
God.
The good stuff, the stuff they had at Woodstock, that brown stuff.
Yeah, exactly right. We've all angered the karma gods, and this is our punishment. So,
yep.
Yeah. God. Is it any wonder I am apathetic towards the human race at this point?
Well, it could be worse. It could be Valiant.
Oh.
Well, yes. This is also true. So,
I mean, you saw their big news for their next live action movie, right? Faith.
For Valiant? No, actually, I haven't.
Oh, I think I saw someplace that their next big movie they're going to work on is Faith, the character, not Exo Man of War, not Solar Man of the Atom, not Harbingers, but Faith.
Oh God.
Faith Hill.
Oh God. Yeah, exactly.
No, yeah.
It's gonna have the George Michael song as the theme song of the movie, right? Yeah.
Right.
But I gotta have faith. Oh God. Yeah, I know I will. So maybe a bit less politics. you could have started with. You could have. You know what? You could have started with Solar, Man of the Atom.
Exactly.
You could have started with that.
How many generations? Back to the old Gold Key comics?
Yeah. 60, maybe almost 70 years.
I mean, enjoyed Valiant when they came out. When it was like one of the best things working in a comic book store in the early 90s and seeing these old Valiant books with Solar, Man of the Atom, Exo, Man of War. It's like, oh, this is kind of fresh. I like this.
I know. And the art that they provided, especially when Barry Windsor Smith did Exo Man of War.
Yes.
And I think, did he do also Archer and Armstrong? Or
I want to say so, because when he left, there was a radical change in the art. I mean, that was woof. They were not kind to Exo or Rock.
No, they weren't.
Many of the others.
No, it just went really downhill from there.
That was their peak right there, 90 to 92.
It was, yeah. And I never really picked up a lot of the Valiant comics. I was intrigued to, but you know what? I was more into Image at the time.
Yeah.
And early 90s, everybody wanted to follow the Big Seven in every book that they did. And while I knew who Solar was and maybe a couple of the others like Turok and whatnot, I didn't really pay much attention to them. And then when they did the whole Deathmate crossover with Image, it made it a bit more interesting, but still not enough for me to want to go out and buy their comics and stuff like that. Which
I
actually wish I would have done.
I was getting out of comic books at the time, the mid 90s, because I saw what was coming and it wasn't very good, I thought.
Yeah. I've caught a few episodes of the new Valiant comics, and I don't know, still not enough to pique my interest for some reason.
Yeah.
But which is kind of a shame.
I have not kept up with it at all. I don't know what titles they have out there. I think I want to say from what little I've read on it, they're down to one title a month.
Oh yeah.
I went to their Twitter page like 4 or 5 weeks ago, and it was people upset about something. Saying essentially, "Where's my money?" or something like sort of those lines.
Really?
And beyond that, I just didn't keep up with it. It's like, okay, Valiant's about to go.
Yeah,
Marvel's
exactly
about to go.
right.
DC's about to go. Everybody's about to go down the toilet.
Pretty much.
I want to push the button.
Yeah, exactly right. Well, I figure. I mean, might as well while we're talking about this. While I was talking about Ant-Man. Yeah. Quantumania writer implies there's no real plan for Phase 5 and beyond. We are in the process of figuring that out. So, and this was released on February 24th, on my anniversary of all places. Ant-Man and the Wasp Quantumania writer Jeff Loveness recently revealed that Marvel Studios doesn't have a plan for Phase 5 and they're just winging it. Oh, God.
I think here we go. Embrace that and run with it.
Yeah. run for the hills. Speaking with the Hollywood Reporter, in a lengthy interview about Ant-Man and the Wasp, Quantumania, and the future of the Marvel Cinematic Universe, Loveness was asked, so, moving forward, will the big bad be a revolving door of Kang variants, or will an alpha soon emerge if he hasn't already? Loveness responded, I think I've already been killed by Feige for even taking this interview. But we're in the process of figuring that out. I'm so far behind on my Avengers script, but I'll tell you when we got this figured out. Oh God.
Oh man.
So they don't know which way is up.
They do, they haven't the faintest idea.
They killed off all the Avengers. Who's left? They've got the B team.
Yeah, the B team. Oh my God. They got the discount Avengers.
Yeah.
This is all they have left. You've replaced everyone practically. God.
The Beverly Hillbillies meets the Avengers. There you go.
I'm just waiting for them to figure out how to introduce the mutants so they can bring in Dazzler.
Yeah, right?
Yeah, why not?
But oh God, yeah, guaranteed they're gonna make this. I don't know how they're gonna do this, but and now we got adding to the stream, Jeff, the Lost Wanderer. G'day, sir.
Hello.
Hello.
How's it going, dude? Okay.
Uh-oh.
Audio.
Gumby has sempered here too.
Can you hear me, Jeff? I'm going to assume maybe.
Hello?
Okay.
Okay.
Ah.
Yeah, there you are. Okay. Awesome.
Ah.
How's
Hello.
it going, man?
Hello.
Oh, going well. How's everyone?
Okay.
Doing well.
Doing pretty darn tootin' good there, eh?
Eh?
Yeah, eh? So gotta remind everybody that I'm up here in the cold white winter north of Canada, eh?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm not too far south of you.
No, exactly right. You're just a next door neighbor at this point. So
Yes.
yeah.
I'm in Pennsylvania. It's cold and white here too.
Yeah, there you go. See?
So, yep.
Down here in Texas, the weather changes from one week to the next. Hot,
Yeah.
cold, hot, cold, hot, cold. It's the strangest thing ever.
You tease you. So well, it wasn't too bad. Last week we had like practically minus 33 Celsius, so that pretty much is about the same in Fahrenheit at that point, I guess. So
No,
Well, once it goes below 50, it's all the same.
Yep.
yeah, exactly. Freezing ass cold. So, where you pray for death at that point.
Yeah, we don't use that silly Celsius here.
No, exactly. That was invented by the French, so why do we want to do that?
Full disclosure, I have French ancestry, so I can say that.
Yeah, there you go. See, and my ancestry is German, like pretty much right next door. So, and we know how that turned out over 7 years ago.
Yeah.
Anyway, so they don't even know what they're going to be doing in phase 5 here.
Yeah. And this is Kevin Feige.
Well, this is the writer that's essentially saying this. Yeah, this Loveness guy.
I mean,
so
I can never remember which is which as far as Feige or Feig.
Yeah, exactly right. But
well, wasn't Feig with Favreau? Or one of them?
Say so. I don't
know. Favreau was in the Iron Man movies, and he pretty much directed the Iron Man movies, and he did a fantastic job. And I'm really hoping that trend continues, especially tomorrow with the Mandalorian being out.
Yeah,
we can only hope.
Oh, I'm really
which one is the one that did that horrendous Ghostbusters all women thing?
Yeah, Ghostbusters 2016. I have the faintest idea.
Oh,
that was one of the apps.
Yeah, because I want to delete that from my mind.
It starts with an F, and I forget.
I want to say Feige, but I can never keep those names straight.
I don't think it was Feige though, because he was
the other
doing the Marvel thing.
See, I went to a therapist, and I don't remember. They wiped everything out about that movie, so I'm thankful for that.
Lucky man.
So you hypnotize them, they just boop. Yeah. So going on here, okay. Ironically, after revealing he and Marvel Studios don't actually have a plan, he claims they do. We've got a plan and we've got a story, but the goal right now, without giving too much away, is to show the true versatility and passion that Jonathan Majors has. Well, I got to admit, in Quantumania, Jonathan Majors actually did a really good job playing his role, aside from taking really long pauses in between his lines.
So they were measured in Kirk time, huh?
Yeah, pretty much, right? You could set your watch between pauses. Like, oh, well, that time was like 5 seconds between words. So, no, I mean, I do admit, I do got to say that Jonathan Majors, he does have, quite a bit of gravitas on the screen as Kang. And I do like him as the character, right? I don't care if he's white, don't care if he's black, I don't care if he's Asian, whatever. He's a good fit, to me at least. It's just that the writing is crap.
Yep.
Yeah.
That's all I got. And especially in Quantumania, all these stupid jokes, for example, like they're pretty much like juvenile jokes at this point, right? Like, how many hulls do you have? When they're in the Quantumania, the Quantumverse, I don't know, whatever you call it. Yeah, some blob alien is like, how many hulls do you have? Ant-Man is trying to explain away 7. Well, actually, no. You have about probably 9, Scott, if you count down below. So, but
juvenile level humor.
It's
bringing it down.
Yeah, it's ridiculous. Oh, hey, Cap After Dark, nice to see you. I'm glad you could join tonight.
Hello.
And we got a link at the top. You can probably see it right there. If you want to join on in, this is pretty much a free for all tonight. If you want to join in, hop on board. Yeah, and I think the other thing was, the tiny little blurb that was made about the ants and how they somehow entered some sort of time vortex of some sort as they were being shrunk down, and these ants of Hank had like a few thousand years to develop technology on their own magically.
Okay.
and be like super evolved. And he's like, it's like socialism. And I know that's a touchy subject, but if it works, and then they just cut it off right there. It's like, oh my God, I can't believe I just heard this. Now you're plugging socialism as a good thing. No, just no.
Hollywood applied directly to the forehead.
Yeah.
Maybe we should send all the Disney writers out to Chat GPT so they can actually write good material.
Yeah,
I think that's in order. Yeah, so it could only help. So,
or send them all the old comic books so they can read them and go, oh, this is where we're supposed to go.
Yeah. But you got to remember one thing about the liberal mindset. They probably would find that offensive, and they would probably find it along the lines of white supremacy, learning how to read, because if math is racist, like they said, like what was it, a couple of years ago, I'm sure in their mindset reading is also racist as well. Somehow. Yeah, more than likely.
Educated.
Exactly. How dare you be educated? So and DVB, I don't trust Chat GPT or any AI. Yeah, neither do I. But I don't think I've seen you in the chat before. Welcome to Titillating Tuesdays, my dude. And like I told Gap After Dark, there's a link that's pinned up top if you want to join in the conversation while we're just having some mirth and merriment. You may. Because I'm that kind of guy. Yeah, so they probably wouldn't read the comment anyway. Yeah, really, for sure. What else is it going to say? I truly feel like I'm the luckiest guy in the world because I get to write for the most exciting young actor that I've seen in a long, long time. And so the short answer is that I can't say anything, but the big answer is that Kang is Legion. So let's see what Legion is like. Let's get great character performances from the best actor around right now, he concluded. Oh God. So basically you're saying a nothing burger.
Yeah.
So is he trying to
think of all the
Is he trying to promote a film or get into the actor's pants? I mean, you know,
just makes me think of all the different clones of Ultron that just filled the screen. It's like Ultron's Legion, Kang is Legion.
Yeah.
Rinse, repeat, rehash.
Yeah.
Nothing new.
It's a little from column A and a little from column B. He was, probably trying to get something going there. Who knows?
Yep.
Yeah.
But yeah, I mean, it's essentially playing from Age of Ultron.
Yeah.
It seems like, right? That you have a few hundred Ultrons, and let's just do the same thing with Kang, because now we got a multiverse, and now we can bring a whole bunch of Kangs and essentially steal that plot line from this earlier plot line, and but we'll make them a bit more powerful, and that should work. So what's this DVB? I see John Rental has a Freemason plaque. What's the story behind that?
I am the worshipful master of St. John's Lodge number 233 in Pittston, Pennsylvania. Fifth member of my family to hold that rank in 175 years. And I have Masonic history that goes back in my family to the 1850s and beyond. That's the short story.
Wow.
There you go.
Yep.
And now, GVB, you know the rest of the story.
Yeah.
I am not Paul Harvey.
DVD, check this out. That's my refrigerator.
Ooh. It's a secret compartment.
Yep. I thought that was
just
in there.
I thought that was just in the picture frame or something like that this whole time.
Yeah. Well, see, that's one of those mini windows in the end of a foundation, and it was just leaking cold through it. So I ended up having to seal it up, put the frame around it. I figured I'd build the door. My sister got me the emblem for Christmas one year, so I mounted that in the middle and put a hinge on the thing. So now I got a place for all my tobacco stuff and my Diet Coke, of which I am completely out right now because it snowed and I'm not going to risk Pennsylvania roads with the ice.
Yeah. You sneaky booger, you.
Yep.
Yeah. I'll show you something neat. If you can see this at all. I don't know if you can. Can you enlarge me there?
I shall enlarge you if I have. There we go. Okay.
Oh.
That's me at 16 in my grandfather's Knights Templar outfit.
Wow.
I'm also a past eminent commander of Packer Commander number 23 and Jim Thorpe, and past excellent high priest of Tamako Royal Arch chapter.
Yeah.
So I get around.
There you go. Gap After Dark says cool. And
I'm also
DBB
a historian of the lodge, which is a lot of fun.
Yeah. And DBB says, I don't know much about Freemasons, but I recognize the symbolism. Okay. That's pretty cool. So
awesome.
Nice. Well, you look very dapper in that outfit, my friend.
Thank you. Especially the part where I'm wearing sneakers. But no, the big thing, if you want to know more about Freemasonry, we always say, to be one, ask one. Go by your local lodge and talk to somebody. Don't believe all the crap that's on the History Channel. They come close occasionally, but it ain't right.
Oh yeah. Okay.
For one thing, we're not a secret society, because if we were, that wouldn't be there on the camera.
So
I wouldn't be living in Pennsylvania. Yeah.
But I wanted to know the secret handshake.
Which one?
All of them.
You got about 3 years?
Well, I'm not going anywhere, so. So anyway, so the article goes on. When asked to follow up on where he was at with the script for Avengers: The Kang Dynasty, he answered, "It's hard to even say. I think I'm in the jet lag stage of a press tour, but we're working on it." Destin Daniel Cretton is incredible. We've had conversations with Jonathan about where he wants to take the character, so it's in the early days. We've got like 40 more movies to go. 40 more movies? Are you kidding me? I doubt that extremely very much.
I've got 40 index cards.
Yeah, exactly, right? So we got 40 more movies before I get there. But we've certainly got a plan. Well, before you said you didn't even have a plan. Now you're saying you got a plan? Which is it? We're all very excited for the story that we're laying down. So now it's just me and my ADHD and my procrastination and all that. So hopefully Kevin doesn't read this. If he is, hey, Kevin, I'm doing great. The pages are just flowing, man. I'll be there next week. Oh, my God.
Okay.
Yeah. Sure. First of all,
yeah,
you don't have 40 movies planned.
No.
I'm sorry. No, there's no way. And Gap After Dark says, have you noticed on the box office for Quantumania that they fudged the numbers since Friday, and then Monday they changed where Cocaine Bear was number 2, which they should have been number 1. Yeah, I've noticed that too. So scratch out this last message didn't make sense. No, it kind of did, because we know your mindset.
Yeah.
So, have you seen that box office numbers from Friday to this past Monday for Quantumania? Change Cocaine Bear should have been number 1. Yes. Okay. I completely 100% agree. And DBB said my grandfather was 33-degree Freemason, but he died 10 years before I was born, so I never got to hear about it firsthand. Thanks for the info, John Rendell.
I'm sorry for your loss on him. He must have been quite a guy.
Yeah.
His 33rd is an honorary degree, and it's pretty special. I have my my great uncle's 33rd degree ring here somewhere. And of course, Roly Poly, my shop foreman here, wears his fez. And I have my grandfather's fez from the shrine up on top.
Oh, okay. That's a cute bear.
Yeah, he's got his own teddy bear.
Oh, there we go.
But he's my shop foreman here in the workshop. So.
Yeah, okay. Yeah. So, I mean, yeah. So they're saying they got a plan, but before they don't have a plan, plus 40 movies to go. Yeah, no, I'm sorry, Marvel. You do not have 40 movies. You don't even have 20 movies. Plus, on top of that, with the announcement that Disney's going to be cutting a whole buttload of shows from Disney Plus, because we're cutting costs. We're cutting billions of dollars here and there. No, okay. I'm thinking this is just a bunch of How should I put it nicely? Because my daughter is in the background and I have to remain I do mind. So I have to remain the respectful father, especially on my show. Yeah, it's a lot of horse hockey pucks. So
yes, DVB, most assuredly. And if you've ever seen what Shriners Hospitals do, it's incredible work. And we also have, Help for the Troops in Blue Lodge, which is donations to military families, Knights Templar Eye Foundation, the Royal Arch chapters support the Ronald McDonald houses. So there's a lot of charitable work we do, and it's close to $3 million a day worldwide.
No, nice. Gap After Dark says they have two different cocaine bears, Funko Pops, one with the leg chewed off leg, I think, and the other one with the brick of cocaine. God. You know what? It does sound like an awesome movie. Yeah.
Every time one of them has a real brick of cocaine in it.
Yeah. I just happened to show my daughter, who you've heard in the background probably, the trailer for Cocaine Bear. It just happened to be there. And and I'm just kind of like reading things out loud, and she's like, "What? Cocaine Bear?" I'm like, "Oh yeah, you guys did the trailer, right?" So I showed her the trailer. She was just laughing her butt off, just laughing her ass off. So.
Hey, Stuart.
Yeah, well, yeah, and on top of that, telling her that this is from two events inspired. She's like, "What?" I'm like, "Yeah." So, and Stuart Mitchell, nice to see you here tonight. Hail to you. There's a link up top in the chat there if you want to join on in. Come on in and have some fun on this Titillating Tuesday, my friend. Same goes for everyone. We're just gonna have some fun here tonight. Talking about Quantum Mania. So let's see here. Aside from not having a plan, Loveless also revealed he doesn't actually care about how the quantum realm works, how time travel works, or how the magic of the Marvel Cinematic Universe multiverse works. All of these things you would think would be incredibly important for a writer to actually know and care about when writing films and what Marvel is describing as their multiverse saga. Yeah, you think that would actually kind of make sense, right?
Translation, we've never read a comic book.
Yeah, exactly, right? Yeah. Like things you didn't know.
Yeah.
I'm officially subscriber 665. I feel sorry for the next subscriber. Oh, yeah, that's right, DVB. Well, you know what? Thanks for subscribing, because you know what? I was actually at 666 for subscribers. And then I went up to 669, and I'm like, oh, this is good. I'm finally not this evil number of Satan. And then it went back down to 666. And then I looked at it, it's like 665. I'm like, crap, this is going to be like the third time this is going to happen now. So
well, if it makes you feel any better, you got about 660 more than I do.
Oh, well, we'll get you there, dude. Yeah. So, but DVB, I'm glad you're not Satan. And I'm glad that you are not 666 and that you are the embodiment of all that is evil. So I thank you very much. Don't kill me. So, Nosferatu. No, anyway. Curse the darkness. No, anyway. You think writers would have a little bit of an inkling of how science works, or maybe even time travel at this point? I mean, my God, how many sci-fi movies have there been out in the past? I don't know, let's say 70, 80 years over film history.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Plus comic books. Yeah.
Well, you divide that into A movies and B movies, the direct-to-video stuff.
Yeah.
Varying degrees of quality. And I've seen some of the crappiest sci-fi and horror films that had the really great effects in them. But bad acting, no story, general cinematography was terrible. But they have these scenes where there's this thing that happens and these wonderful effects. I don't know if these guys are just practicing, if there are templates for effects people to practice or what, but it's weird.
I mean, I'm not asking for like an Ed Wood movie or something like that. I'm just asking for something with a little bit of quality. This is not much to ask for.
You sure you're asking the right people?
No, I know I'm not asking the right people because they're the ones writing this crap.
Yeah. And that's like asking an accountant to do a lube job on your car. It's not going to happen.
That's right.
Of course, with what Marvel's doing right now, I can't help but to wonder what Ed Wood would do.
He'd probably make a better movie that actually made sense.
Yeah.
Let's just
with an Angora sweater.
Yeah.
Yeah. Just throw in some aliens and a zombie corpse, and you know which one I'm talking about.
Plates.
Yes.
Yeah.
Plan 9 from outer space. Just let's make that a Marvel movie, and it's probably like 100 times better.
Yeah.
Oh God, Jeff, what do you think?
I have a hate relationship with anything that involves time travel and quantum mechanics because they never get it right.
Yeah.
Amen.
Yeah.
This one is just going. I mean, I know Avengers, they screwed that over hard. It almost rivals my hatred of Back to the Future with their time travel.
Really?
Wow.
Yes. I hate that movie for that aspect of it.
Do you really?
Yes.
Wow.
Because they never calculate that the Earth and the Sun are moving. So how do the mathematics involved behind getting a pinpoint to land the DeLorean where it takes off to the exact same spot on Earth as it's traveling through time and space is nearly impossible.
Mm-hmm.
And yet they do it like that.
Oh God! See, now you just ruined it for me.
Capacitor.
Pisses me off.
Yep.
Even though you are totally 100% correct, and because for somebody that's actually taken astronomy and astrophysics, I know that you are 150% correct on that, because the Earth would entirely, even from a galactic point of view, be in an entirely different space and time, like say from 1985 to even 1955. Would be, somewhere else entirely different in the galaxy. But now that you've just inputted that in, I hate
that just
you.
takes all the fun out of a movie with a time-traveling DeLorean.
You heartless bastard.
At least the mother has the hots for her son.
Well, yeah, you're going to point there. So,
yeah.
Oh my God.
This new Ant-Man is just a continuation of movies that I can't stand because they never take the time to understand even a plethora of the science behind it. I'm okay with movies that just go, oh, it's magic. Boom. Okay.
Yeah.
If it was Scarlet Witch doing this, I had no qualms about it.
Yeah.
Because it's magic. But when they try to do stuff scientific-wise, and the writers couldn't pass a 8th, 9th level grade physics class. No.
Yeah. No, I totally get you. Yeah, because I mean, at a certain degree, like Planck's length, that's the furthest that you can go in smallness. right? That's the absolute limit, because once you get smaller than that, any object loses total locality, and it is everywhere. It's everything and everywhere at once, according to quantum mechanics, right? So even at this level of smallness in the quantum verse, let's put it that way, right? Because whatever they call it, the quantum universe, the quantiverse, I don't know, whatever they want to call it. Technically, atoms, living beings should not even exist, right?
Yeah.
Really, honestly, because at that point, everything is like energy. So, but it's Marvel, and it's supposed to be a comic book universe, and I get that. I can let that be, how should I put it, left alone, right? Because it's supposed to be a comic book movie, right? But I get that. But yes, at least introduce a little bit of science into this.
Yeah.
Well, it's like you discussed on a previous episode.
Yeah.
Scott ages 5 hours over 5 years, but yet the original Wasp is a 30-year for 30-year ratio. Where does the ratio? No, follow the ratio.
Yeah,
that's right. How you explained it a few weeks ago.
Yeah. Oh,
it should have been technically about maybe what did you work at? Something like 3.5 hours?
Yes.
Yeah.
Or 3.5 days.
Or 3.5 days. Right.
Yeah. And even if you throw exponentials in there, no.
Well, that's the thing. You can either go full science like Kubrick did with 2001.
Yeah.
And he really did put in the work. It's not perfect, but he put in the work and called in the people who know, at least up to that point. Or you can throw science away completely and do Porky Pig and Wacky Land, if you've ever seen that.
Yeah.
Where you don't need to know how it works. It just does.
Yes.
Yeah. We're talking about people who won't read comic books to get the source material.
David Reese does probably 30 plus live streams talking about time travel in fiction with Captain Infinity. I see. Yeah, he does like to talk a lot about time travel. But yeah, at least bring in a little bit of science into this. It doesn't hurt. The audience isn't complete morons. But then again, this is nowadays that we're talking about, and probably over half of them might be. I haven't the faintest idea. So I don't have the numbers on that. So
I'm not going to do the math.
No, you don't have to. I don't want your head to explode. So me can't figure that out. I have to lower IQ.
They'll keep the quantum realm around just long enough to butcher the introduction of the Micronauts somehow and completely screw that up, just like they've screwed up everything else.
Oh, God. So the article goes on. Nevertheless, Loveless told the Hollywood Reporter that when asked about how much time passed for the character in the real world when they were in the quantum realm, here we go. We have to pick this up in another movie, but we didn't play too much with this time dilation in this one. God, I would say all that time dilation stuff might be more in the upper strata, which is where those ants fell through. They fell through it, and then through 1,000 years or something, the Avengers were also doing it in the upper strata levels. So I think the realm we were playing with was just more of a limbo space, he continued. Oh my God! But this goes exactly to your point, Jeff. It's a 1-to-1 ratio for Janet, where she wasn't even in the upper stratas.
No.
So why is it that she ages 30 years, but for Scott, it's like, just felt like 5 hours to me, or whatever the hell it was. Oh my
it's like
God!
An onion. It has layers.
Yeah,
and it stinks.
Because they had to finish the script before Starbucks closed.
Yeah.
I forget the exact math because I don't have that paper around. But it came out to a ratio of about 5,000 seconds to 1 variation in Scott's time and a 1 to 1 second variation in Janet's. It's ridiculous.
Oh my God. This is just ridiculous. God, you know what?
I hate
God.
time travel.
God, you know what, Jeff? I just gotta say thank you for a few weeks ago that actually working this out, because this helps, right? And when at least there's somebody that actually knows what they're doing and actually has worked out the math, it makes these writers look like, well, I don't know, let's just say it, they look like freaking morons.
You know, all it was
morons.
Well, Paul Rudd doesn't age. We can't explain 5 years passing because he looks the same that he did a year ago.
Yeah, exactly.
That's what they wrote it in. It's ridiculous.
Oh, and he didn't starve to death. How did that happen?
Yeah.
You know.
Well, you don't.
I brought rations. Oh my God!
The quantum ants that were on the upper level.
Yes, that's right. That's why they pass through time, and and after thousands of years, were super evolved to create their own technology and their own civilization. But here on Earth, they couldn't have done that over a past couple of thousand years.
Mm-hmm.
Let's think about this for a second.
Do I have to?
Well, if you want a good laugh on this show, yes. Like, honestly, okay, a couple of thousand years passes, let's say, okay, here on this level playing field, okay, and what? Earths couldn't possibly have developed technology and crap like that? Like, to the revolution, we will take over the Earth, right? It was only going through the quantum verse. What? Somehow they were only smart enough in a super smaller scale that they were just smart enough to develop everything. How does this even make sense?
So their brain got smaller, but more intelligent.
Yeah. Exactly.
Yes. That's it.
So, how would this work with dinosaurs if they shrank down to the quantum realm? Because they had small brains. So, DVB says Hollywood historically and generally doesn't under time travel. One of the best logical time travel flicks of all time is 12 Monkeys. Yeah, that one was actually pretty good. That was a really good movie, and
bizarre but good.
It was bizarre, but it was really good. Yeah, and that was actually quite done quite well, I do have to say. But yeah, just saying, no, this is.
What was that movie? Sandra Bullock and Keanu Reeves about the post box or whatever.
Oh, the mailbox.
Yeah, even that has better time travel science behind it than Marvel does.
Yeah,
it does, doesn't it? Jeez. Yeah, I don't get this, because it's more of a bit of a limbo space, right? So, God. Yeah, that'll explain it. Yeah, it's limbo space.
It's limbo.
Oh, God. Loveless then stated, "We've actually played that card in Endgame, so we wanted more of a contained adventure without having to check your watch the whole." Wait. Okay, did I read that wrong? We've already played that card in Endgame, so we just wanted more of a contained adventure without having to check your watch the whole movie for how much time has gone by. Oh, really? Yeah. Okay. The better question is, how long was Janet actually down there with King? Oh, okay. This should be good now. Here we go. Was it 30 years or was it this endless amount of hell time? But I'll leave that for Reddit, he concluded. They can have fun with it because I really don't. I don't really care. Oh my gosh!
Oh, there's a bit of honesty right there.
There you go. Right? He can't explain it. We'll just leave it up to. Essentially, we'll leave that for Reddit. Essentially, what he's saying is, I'm not smart enough to answer that question because me on maths don't know.
Yeah.
He doesn't care because I really don't. I don't really care. There's the honesty.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
For the whole world to see. I don't care. I'll leave that to Reddit. Ladies and gentlemen of the chat, these are your Marvel writers. This is why you're getting the entertainment that you are currently right now.
Yep.
I really don't care. Wow.
Yeah.
Jeez.
Just sitting around waiting for it all burned down.
That's like the worst cat motivational poster I've ever seen.
You know what, Jeff? I think you've inspired me to actually make a poster like that now with that comment. So instead of hanging in there, it's like, I don't know, some poor kitten just, falling off that limb, just saying, because I don't really care.
Yeah.
Forget the hang in there poster. It's just, I really don't care. So I'm just gonna fall to my death. So, I've lost all motivation to live. I'm gonna make one with the ground, a splatter mark, and a branch up above, and just put meh. I really don't care.
Well, you know what? Instead of the branch, one of those Chinese spy balloons, and in the corner an F-22 coming in.
Yeah, there we go.
I just don't care.
Yeah, and DVB, gotta go, but you're subscribed now. Well, you know what? Hey, you come back and if you can, just spread the link and hit the like button. It really helps me out. And we'll see you next week. If you got to go, we'll see you on another show of Titillating Tuesday. And it's great to have you here. So, but
see you, DVD.
Yeah, but I really don't care. Jeez. So clearly audiences are making it clear that they really don't care, as well as the film's opening weekend box office was far short of Marvel's recent releases in 2022, which also underperformed previous films in their franchises.
Yeah.
Oh my god. Ant-Man and the Wasp: Quantumania has only grossed 131.3 million domestically. Oh, ouch.
Oh, yeah.
And 160.1 million internationally, for a global gross of $291.5 million. Oh, damn.
Sounds good to me.
And what was their budget?
Yeah.
Well, let's see. Budget? Generally, movies go by a $200 million budget.
Mm-hmm.
Plus
promotion.
Plus promotion. That's right.
Yep.
And distribution. Yep. Mm-hmm. Because, marketing. So you have to at least make 3 times that amount. So you have to make at least $600 million to just break even.
Yeah.
Yeah. So 200 million alone is for your budget making the movie.
Yeah.
It's okay. I'm sure Guardians of the Galaxy will save them.
Oh, for sure. Guardians of the Galaxy 3 for sure is going to save.
Because right now they're introducing Adam Warlock.
Yep.
They're doing that in Guardians, aren't they?
Yes.
I want to say so.
They are. Yeah. And the High Evolutionary.
Yeah.
Yep.
Well past the Infinity Gauntlet saga, but
yes,
not worry about that.
Yeah, exactly. Oh God. At this At this point, yeah, because they've delayed the Marvels to November now. Thank God.
Right.
Yeah. So we're not going to see that abomination until November. Oh, that's going to be just so horribly wrong on so many levels. I'm sorry.
I'll wait for it to come
But
out.
you've got Indy 5 coming to tide you over.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, yes. Yes.
I can't wait for Indy 5 this summer.
Are we officially going to call Indiana Jones 5.8 since they've done 8 remakes?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, did Disney ever get around to finishing or releasing that Snow Not So White movie?
That's a good question. I really couldn't honestly.
You remember we used to hear about that, and then nobody has said anything for months, probably a year now.
It just kind of dropped off the radar, didn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah.
And
makes you wonder.
It does, isn't it now? Now that you brought that up, I'm wondering. It's like, is Snow White truly Snow White, or is she going to be, I don't know, let's say Snow Latino, Snow Middle Eastern, I don't know, Snow
White and the Seven Diverse Dwarfs,
Snow African American, and the vertically challenged people.
There you go.
Yeah.
The snow African American and the gravitationally impaired tiny people.
It would somehow be 12 feet in Marvel.
Yeah, exactly, right. Because gravity is also racist, and therefore they have something against tall people and punish them by making them short. So yeah. So they'll probably be, like maybe 7 feet tall. And, probably all Asian and Middle Eastern, and, it'll be like a Bollywood scene.
The poster would be like that lady sitting on the couch. Instead of 5 men behind her, it'll be 7 men.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. That'll be it.
Yep.
And they'll be in a condo.
Of course.
And and it let's see, it won't be an apple, it'll be no, sorry, that was Sleeping Beauty. Because I'm trying to think of the story of Snow White now.
No, Snow White was the apple, Sleeping Beauty was the needle.
Yes.
Right.
Yeah.
You're right. Okay, thank you. I'm getting my Grimm's fairy tales mixed up. Yeah. So instead of an apple, it'll be like, I don't know, like a kumquat. Maybe a banana.
And the doors will all be Chinese.
Yeah, exactly.
A quantum kumquat.
A quantum kumquat. Oh God, there's a tongue twister right there. Quantum kumquat.
Yep.
God, I can't say
Yes.
Quantum.
You'll be saying it all night long.
God damn you.
I'm living in your head rent free now.
Crap. So I'm sorry, I can't eat this. I need a low-fat soy latte to make this go down easier. Jeez.
What in blazes is a latte anyway?
I don't know. It's like it's a coffee.
Fancy coffee?
Yeah. It's coffee light.
I mean, I've never been in a Starbucks. I walked through New York City a few years ago with my brother, and we just counted the Starbucks on 7th Avenue, and it was like they're everywhere.
Yeah.
Louis Black wasn't kidding. There's a Starbucks across the street from a Starbucks across the street from a Starbucks. What's going on?
It's worse than McDonald's on every corner.
Yeah.
Yeah. I don't know. I don't know. Personally, I don't think Starbucks is all that big anyway. Like, it's to me, it's not like, the be all and end all of, where to get fantastic coffee. It's just coffee.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And most of them are just coffee with different names.
And a high price.
Yeah. Like, do I really, honest to God, feel like spending like $8 for a cup of coffee where I can get it, like, say, at Tim Hortons for like a little over $2? Seriously, it's just coffee.
And when you
you can buy a car with one of these full of their coffee.
Yeah, exactly.
When you start putting so much crap in a coffee, it stops being coffee and becomes dessert.
Yeah.
Yeah, exactly. So, oh God,
Gotta love it.
Yeah. Yeah. So, speaking of, I don't know where Marvel Phase 5 is going. Um, here's actually something else that I kind of found. Now, this kind of is in the same vein as Phase 5, but this only because it's coming out tomorrow. About the Mandalorian, Jon Favreau says he does not have an ending planned out for the Mandalorian and its characters. So now this I found rather interesting. And I don't know, in a way, I'm not surprised because of the current state of what's going on with Lucasfilm and Disney. And let's put it this way, the way Kathleen Kennedy has been putting her grubby little fingers into everything that Favreau does and whatnot. And seeing on top of that how we mentioned Favreau earlier in the show, I thought this would be also interesting to bring this up as well. Creator and executive producer for The Mandalorian, Jon Favreau, recently revealed he does not have an ending planned out for the show and its characters. Favreau spoke with Total Film about the upcoming third season of The Mandalorian and was asked if he had an end point planned out. He answered, "No, I don't. I think the beauty of this is that it's a middle chapter of a much larger story. And though we'll have a resolution over time with these characters, I think that how these characters fit into the larger scope and scale, but it's not like there's a finale that we're building to that I have in mind. Quite the contrary. I love for these stories to go on, and so these characters potentially could be with us for quite a while. And I really love telling stories in their voice, and I love the way the adventures unfold, and I'm looking forward to doing much more," he added.
Translation, he's got writer's block.
Yeah, that's more than likely. I can kind of see
too much Starbucks.
With Favreau, though, I'm not really worried about it. Like if he's thinking he's in the middle of it, then I'm okay with that.
You know what I found interesting about these two paragraphs? 3 times he mentions stories.
Yeah.
Yes.
How many other times in any Star Wars or Disney do you hear about the story?
Not much.
I would trust this man with wherever he wants to go, even if it ends in a bad spot. I will at least know in his head there was purpose.
Yeah. It kind of reminds me of J. Michael Straczynski talking about story with Babylon 5. I trust Straczynski, and I would trust Favreau with the future of The Mandalorian.
Yeah. Because at least this guy does know what it takes to make a good story, to grab you and hold you. And I think he's kind of like one of these writers. Now, I could be totally wrong on this, but I think this is the case, that once you start writing a story, and if anybody has ever read stories like this or have ever written, after a while, it seems like the characters write themselves.
Yep.
Yeah.
And I think this is what he's quite possibly finding out right now, that the way this has started, the characters are writing themselves. It's how it's going to end. He doesn't know how it's going to end. He just knows that it's going to end.
But he reminds
me
of
the writer. But the characters are essentially writing themselves at this point. It seems like.
Yeah, it's a kind of a D&D dungeon master trope. You outline where you think you want it to go, but about halfway, when the characters have already, the players have developed their own characters, and then you have to kind of make adjustments on the fly toward the ending to still make a good ending.
Yeah.
Plus, Favreau has a really good track record with previous work.
Yeah. He seems to be the one guy with a head on his shoulders.
Yeah.
Yeah. And I think there might be something else going on too. Because as we've heard, he's obviously had run-ins with Kennedy, let's put it that way. Getting her grubby little fingers, getting her way with certain things and whatnot, because as we heard, I believe it was from Doomcock a couple of weeks ago, Grogu, Baby Yoda, was actually supposed to stay with Luke. But no, that would have just thrown the new trilogy out the window and stuff like that, right? So I think in a way, because it's been over a year since we've seen The Mandalorian, I think in a way he's biding his time to see what happens with Kennedy, if she's truly going to be up the door.
Yeah,
we can.
I know he's extremely frustrated with Kennedy and how she's doing things over there. But I think with this, he's biding his time. He's taking things a little slow and waiting to see what happens with her. And then if she leaves or is kicked out, whichever the case may be, I think then he's really going to let loose. And we're going to see a lot of things turned, head over heels.
Hope so.
Well, here's the question. When she goes, if she goes, would Favreau be her replacement? Or who would most likely?
I don't know.
That is a good question.
Yeah, that's a good question. Yeah.
I
don't think anybody really knows.
Yeah, and that's in all the talk between the various channels and whatnot. You often hear when is Kennedy leaving, but you never hear who would be the replacement. That's a really good.
Yeah, because I would think they'd want the guy who knows how to do a movie, how to make a success, how to engage people, and want them to come back for more. And
you would think, but this is Hollywood and Marvel and Disney.
Yeah. So I mean, it's a possibility, I suppose, but God knows. I mean, sometimes better the devil you know.
Mm-hmm.
But
true.
It would be wishful thinking at this point.
Yeah,
I think so. But I mean, if we look at the the quote unquote mathematics of it, everything that he's done has pretty much been gold at this point.
Mm-hmm.
Whether it's with Iron Man or quite recently, let's put it that way, in the past 10 years.
Yep.
He knows what he's doing. Yes, it's fan service, but that's what everybody is wanting. They want the fan service. And
I mean, fans are the
I think he's totally to see what happens.
Yep. Especially given the train wreck that is Disney Star Wars, Mandalorian is the only shiny spot there.
Yeah.
Because he doesn't seem like the kind of guy that would just give up at this point.
No.
Yeah.
So, let's see. So the article goes on saying, while he doesn't have an endpoint, he did reveal that future seasons of The Mandalorian will be affected by other Disney Plus shows, similar to how the Book of Boba Fett depicted Goku's return to Din Djarin after he went to train with Luke Skywalker in the second season finale of The Mandalorian. He explained, we try not to make it completely interwoven to the point that hopefully these stories and adventures could stand alone, but inevitably you have these crossovers with characters, and the time that takes place in one, the events that take place in one will affect the other. So we're not completely standalone. They do have a continuity to them, and we definitely do discuss and talk about how we flip these cards over and what's available to us as storytellers from season to season, he elaborated.
Mm-hmm.
So Favreau then revealed, so I have to, even though we're still refining and working on Ahsoka and the Skeleton Crew and post-production, as I wrote season 4, I have to have an understanding of where those cuts are going to get to and what they're going to be like. And so that's the conversation between myself and Dave Filoni and John Watts. Yeah.
Yep.
Filoni, that's the one I was thinking of.
Yep.
Yeah.
So there's 3. Okay.
Yeah. I'd be okay with Dave Filoni. I'd be okay with Favreau taking over for Kennedy, either or, because at least, one of the two, probably Favreau more so. They just have the love for Star Wars. Yeah. I mean, don't get me wrong, Filoni cares, but it just seems like Favreau really gives more of a damn.
Yeah.
Putting it a bit more bluntly, and understands that fan service gets you what you need, what you need to get.
Yeah.
So, but
well, that's the thing, and it doesn't have to be 100% fan service. It's like, chocolate chip cookies. It's not all chocolate. You've got those chips in there that keep you coming back, but the whole cookie is what you're there for.
Yeah.
If that makes any sense to any.
True. True.
Yeah.
Or I could be just hungry.
So
we can go both on this one.
What viewers? What's that? Sorry.
Oh, nothing.
No.
I must be lagging. Oh, okay. As far as what viewers can expect from Mandalorian Season 3, Favreau hopes it will get Star Wars fans having conversations. The goal is, I don't know about breaking the internet, but the goal is that we have enough things happen each episode that everybody wants to jump around the digital kitchen table and talk about it and argue about it and what's going to happen next, Favreau stated. He continued, so I think the fun part of it is that it's a big card and people are excited. And that's part of what you get to do in television that you don't get to do in movies. Movies, you build up to it. Everybody sees it. Everybody talks about it. And then they wait. Maybe one is released a few years later. Here, every week, another one's hitting. I like that we're on Disney Plus, where it's each week is another episode. It's not dropped all at once, so it allows for a back and forth to see if we guessed right. I love to see which ones the people act to better and ultimately get the report card if we're doing our job well, he relayed. Yeah, should be on TV. So I think it's a smart way of doing it.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, everything in this article
each and every week, see what the reaction is.
Yeah.
Sorry, go ahead.
Oh.
I think I might be lagging here. So I'm not sure. Go ahead.
No, I love what this article, everything
you were saying, Jeff.
Seems so on point, so invested in the characters and the story, and not necessarily having to hit points A, B, and C because someone tells them to. This gives me hope.
Yeah,
I think it's good to see regular stuff coming out week by week. I think, for me, I feel like the MCU would be better suited for the small screen, where we see adventures coming out regularly, as opposed to bad movies 2 or 3 times a year, we get maybe a mediocre TV show, and that might be somewhat better.
Hey, Phantom Outsider.
Hey.
Nice to see you here tonight. We got a link in the chat if you want to join in on all the mirth and merriment, if you want to join in. So just putting it out there for you. Yeah, no, I mean, I think it's a very smart thing to do, right? Like, wait every week, wait to see what the ratings are, wait to see what the top numbers are, the tune-out time. That way you're going to be accurately judging what people like, what they don't like, and it's probably the best way to see what they got right and what they got wrong, and then kind of tailor make it even better.
Yep. And if you have more moments like the return of Luke Skywalker, that's going to break the internet.
Oh God, yeah.
Oh God, yeah.
That was great.
You know how good that movie was? I actually watched reaction channels about that reveal.
Yep.
Yeah.
Because it was fascinating to see how other people responded. So I didn't feel like the blubbery old guy watching it going, yes! Seeing everyone else do the same thing, I'm like, okay, I'm not that bad.
Now just imagine if it was, instead of Luke Skywalker, it was Rey.
Mm-hmm.
Oh God.
Yeah.
It's Wonder Ray, the bestest ever.
Yes. We're saved.
God.
Yay.
Oh God. I would have rage quit right there. I would have put my fist through the monitor.
Someone needs to make a super cut of that.
Oh God, like, you dirty bastards.
Oh, don't say that when I'm inhaling.
Oh jeez.
There's always going to be a point in the back of my mind where I think that no matter how much I enjoy Mandalorian, that somehow all roads will lead to Disney's sequel trilogy. I don't know if they can avoid it or not. I hope they can, but it's just the worst case scenario. All roads lead to sequel trilogy.
Oh God, I really want you to be wrong.
I hope so.
I know.
I want to be wrong as well.
I do too.
I'm enjoying Mandalorian.
Yep.
I'm probably in the minority that I'm not a big Grogu fan. I'd like to see Din Djarin on his own, as he was in the first episode, as a somewhat ruthless bounty hunter, because I think the character would do well with that kind of edge, especially if he's wanting to reunite all of the Mandalorians. I mean, he's got the Darksaber. He could technically rule Mandalore.
Yeah.
But I can understand his character being hesitant with that level of responsibility and that position. It's like, there he was, a bounty hunter. Now he's ruler over all his people just because he won the Darksaber.
Did he not lose that in Book of Boba Fett, though?
I don't remember. I tried blocking out all of Book of Boba Fett.
The only episodes I watched of Boba Fett were the Mandalorian episodes.
Yeah. Okay. You know what? I really got to rewatch it now, because
I think he still has the Darksaber, because what's her name wouldn't accept it from him.
Yeah. Some of the trailers look like she's angry at him.
Yeah, she's angry because he has the Darksaber and she doesn't. She blames the Death Watch for splintering the Mandalorian people. So that's going to be an interesting dynamic right there. See where they go with it.
Yeah.
Yes. I'm going to have to actually rewatch that tonight. The good episodes of Book of Boba Fett. I want to make sure.
Yeah, if there's anything that came out of Book of Boba Fett is that you do not get Robert Rodriguez as showrunner and tell him to do whatever.
Friggin' Power Ranger flying motorcycles.
Yeah.
God, that was just
Rangers.
Yeah. Go Power Rangers. Shut up. So, I hated those. Anyway, the article goes on. Well, jeez. It's like the M&Ms of the Star Wars friggin' universe, like all the different colors of the rainbow. I'm amazed they weren't Irish, right? They're always after me, Lucky Charms. Quick, let's get on our space motorcycle and get out of here.
Yeah.
I looked at them as Skittles because it was like, taste the rainbow.
God, yes. Oh my God. Yeah. Skittles motorbikes. Taste the suckage. So
they're magically disgusting.
Yeah. Frosted Lucky Charms. They're magically disgusting. My God. Anyway, the article goes on. Well, Favreau indicates he's enjoying making The Mandalorian for TV. He previously left the door open for the characters to make the jump for the big screen. He told Variety, there's always an opportunity when you have a set of characters and stories that people connect with that you could cross media into different areas. Marvel does this quite effectively. Have you seen Marvel movies lately, Favreau? I don't know. So yeah. Too much time in the Star Wars universe, I think. So oh well, I'm sorry. Yes, after all, because this is a galaxy, far, far away and long ago on top of that. That's right. So maybe that's why he's a little bit out of touch. So because it's a long time ago in a galaxy far, far away, right? So it's just a matter of where our time should be spent and what the appetite of the audience is. With all these stories we're telling, it definitely is a full-time job. Just keeping this going with what we're doing now. Television has a much different rhythm and schedule than film does, Favreau elaborated.
Amen.
Yeah, and it comes out tomorrow. So I mean this should be hopefully pretty good. I really am hoping for a really good season of season 3. I'm thinking that it's going to be pretty damn good because so far the last 2 seasons hasn't disappointed. So Phantom Outsider says the reason she's mad is that sword is to be earned via combat, sometimes to the death, and she is mad as it was handed to her the first time. She then lost it. Now Mando has it and offered it to her again. Okay. Yeah. Thank you, Phantom Outsider.
That was Star Wars Rebels, where Sabine Wren wanted in combat and offered it to her, and supposedly cursed because she didn't earn it in combat the first time.
That's right. She felt she was accepting it originally without earning it in battle is what caused some of the problems Mandalorians are currently having. Yeah, that's true. So, but I was talking about in the Book of Boba Fett there, where they were fighting, where he was practicing to use the darksaber, and he was essentially taking on that other tank of a Mandalorian. I thought Din Djarin lost it to him. I'm going to have to watch that episode over again.
No, that's Paz Vizsla was the character's name, and he defeated Paz, but I don't think he was holding the darksaber. I think he used a large knife to defeat Paz with, or
that
get him to a point where the armor is set enough.
Yeah. Because I do have the backup drive here with me, but if I show that particular scene, I'm probably going to get dinged on YouTube, and I don't want that. because it is so tempting right now to want to just go back and play it.
Yeah.
Because it was one of those episodes that did not suck. So,
Oh goodness. Yep.
So, well, you know what? Why don't we just play devil's advocate? What do you think is going to happen in season 3?
I really think the Grey Jedi are going to be reintroduced to canon. Grogu.
Oh, that's true.
Grogu will probably use the Darksaber at least once.
Right.
And I wouldn't doubt if one of the other Mandalorians that will perish at the hands of another Mandalorian.
Interesting. And plus, on top of that, I completely forgot about the Grey Jedi. That's, yeah. Oh, and look who we got here. We got Penny. Hail, Penny.
Hey, Penny.
It's nice to see
Hello.
you here this evening. Yeah, I totally forgot about that, about the Grey Jedi. That's interesting. Yeah, I think Din Djarin's more than likely, obviously, going to be looking for redemption because he does want to be a Mandalorian. But I think at some point he's going to be like, you know what? Don't really care. And, I'm just going to do what I'm going to do for Mandalore. And quite possibly, yeah, I think there might be some sort of Mandalorian civil war. And then it kind of builds up as to who actually gets the Darksaber.
Yeah. Because he has the Darksaber now. He has the power to say, to tell the armor that, look, I'm technically ruler. I can pardon myself for leaving your little cult.
Yeah.
I can be Mandalore even if I remove my helmet.
Yeah. Phantom Outsider says season 3 will likely end with Grogu going back to see Luke again. They're going to eventually show Grogu is well trained, but likely has a mental block of some sort. That's an interesting theory.
And they've already showed hits of that in the first 2 seasons with the flashbacks of the Operation 66.
Yeah.
Scenes. So yeah, that makes sense.
I mean, there's something to Grogu. I'm not a big fan of his character, but there is something there to where they can show what happened to him during Order 66, because I kind of think maybe the character died and was somehow brought back to life. That's why he has no memories.
Yeah.
I don't know. I'm kind of
post-traumatic child mental blockage. Yeah. I don't want to see the bad thing happen again. So make the bad thing away. Yeah, exactly. Yeah, I wonder if we actually might see more flashbacks as to how Grogu actually escaped the academy during Order 66.
I mean, there are scenes of Jedi in the trailers, so we're going to see something there.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, and
so,
and my out on the limb prediction for season 3 is we will see Anakin in one of the cutscenes.
Yeah,
that's
totally
possible.
Penny, I watched Cocaine Bear at lunch today. You lucky duck. Penny, there is a link on top of the chat if you want to join in, and we would love to hear from you live on this show how Cocaine Bear was. So, because this seems to be all the rave and quite better than than Ant-Man Quantumania. So,
yeah, well, that's setting the bar real low.
Yeah. Oh yeah, exactly right. Phantom Insider. I always felt that Order 66 was misnamed. Always felt it should have been 86, which was the mob code for the bum rushes.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah, that's 86 Jedi.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. True. So, yeah. So you saw Cocaine Bear. Oh boy. I thought this was supposed to be released on the 17th. No, you know what? No, I'm probably wrong. Yeah, it was the 17th for Ant-Man and the Wasp. And yeah, actually, sorry, because I forgot totally about this. On our anniversary on the 24th was Cocaine Bear. Yeah, so that's why it's all the rave right now.
I'm waiting for the sequel.
Cocaine Bear 2.
Well, I was thinking Morphine Muskrat, but yeah.
Morphine Muskrat.
Or Meth Bear.
Meth Muskrat.
Yeah.
So,
in the hills of Kentucky, it's Meth Bear.
Yes, and then we'll truly get a Rocket Raccoon in there somewhere. Yeah.
Yeah. And don't tell Raymond Fentanyl Ferret.
Fentanyl Ferret. Jeez. Oh my god. I don't know. I was born in East LA, so
that's from the border.
They all get in the truck. You know which one I'm talking about.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, the pot truck. Oh my god, that was hilarious. Road trip. So Penny, yeah, laptop not hooked up for live streaming. Okay, that's fine. That's cool. Yeah, Phantom Outsider says Cocaine Bear 2. Let the snow starring Snorted Poop is Cuba. Oh my god.
He'd love that.
He would love that. Oh my god, I wish I could get on Photoshop right now and just do something like that. Yeah. Oh, Phantom. Awesome. Okay, thank you. I will try to have this ready for Raymond's show on Saturday.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
I will email it to him because on weekends I work over at the plant, right? Like three 12-hour shifts, right? So that's why generally I'm not on Raymond's show, right? On Saturdays.
Yeah.
Because I can't make it. But I will try to make this happen. Cocaine Polar Bear 2 starring This would be so funny. Oh my god.
It's already snowing enough outside.
Yeah, it's totally snowing outside too. So it's a sign. Penny, yeah, Bear snorted cocaine off a severed leg.
I mean,
they'll do it every time.
Yep. Check out the trailer for The Machine. Mark Hamill is in it. Oh, interesting. Okay, I definitely will check that out. Yeah, and then I ended up getting some very interesting news from Loki about some stuff. So I'm going to be making up a video for that on Thursday. I don't know if any of you have heard it, but if not, it does not look good for Star Trek. But when has anything looked good for Star Trek in the past 10 years lately? So, yeah. Oh, yeah. Cocaine Bear has 3 post-credit scenes. Really? Does it really? What could they possibly show in Cocaine Bear post-credit scenes? It's, it's not like they. Oh, well, then again, I'm sure it has to do with like funny jokes and stuff like that, or possible maybe actual news articles about this. But it's not like they could make a sequel, is it? Or is it? Now, see, thank you, Penny. You have now piqued my interest.
Free teasers for Cocaine Polar Bear 2.
Yeah, exactly. It's a teaser. So, a polar bear sniffing around in the show trying to find the cocaine. It's like, it's the ultimate nightmare. Which is snow, which is the cocaine. One of it is powdered snow. One of it is actual snow. Oh, what was that, Jeff?
Cocaine NATO coming up here with 3, 4, 5, and 6.
Oh my God.
Cocaine Bear and Sharknado. The crossover nobody asked for.
Oh God. Cocaine Bear, Crocosaurus, and Sharknado. Directed by Ronald Emmerich. Yeah. Directed by Ronald Emmerich, coming out this summer 2024. Just when you thought things couldn't get any worse.
Sci-Fi Channel movie of the week.
Oh God.
Yeah.
Cocaine Polar Bear 2. Crocosaurus. Sharknado. And COVID-20.
Yeah.
Staying indoors is no longer an option. In the wintertime.
In the forest, no one can see you social distance.
Yeah.
The only thing that can make that better is get that German director, Balls.
Oh God, no. No. Because I think if it's that person that I think you're thinking of that made that particular movie with 2 other sequels, no.
Probably.
And I'm not going to name it because my daughter is right here beside me and I don't want her to look it up.
Okay.
Yeah. So there. I am doing you a favor. Trust me on this.
It's like worse than Ed Wood. It's like the German Ed Wood.
Oh my God. It's so much worse. So they're doing a Cocaine Bear cinematic universe. Yeah, I guess they are, right? So with Musky Muskrat, the meth muskrat, and the fentanyl ferret. So where they all battled crime. So they all battled the drug lords of Central and South America.
Yeah.
End up snorting all the drugs. So. Oh God almighty. All right. Yeah, well, this has been one. You know what? We started off on a good note. We're going to end it off on a good note with that stupid news, and now we're going to end it up with Cocaine Bear. So and his woodland friends fighting drug cartels. So
bad bears. What you gonna do?
Yes, that is so awesome. I don't know why anybody didn't think of that sooner.
I had to brace myself on my desk. I almost fell out of my chair.
This brick is too hard. This brick is too soft.
This brick is just right.
This brick of cocaine is just right. Oh God. And their dealer Goldie. So she's head of the cocaine mafia. So
somebody's been snorting my brick and they snorted it all up.
The jokes write themselves.
Oh my God, they do, don't they? We have to make this happen. Cocaine Bear 2.
Why the hell aren't we writing these movies?
The Goldilocks cartel. Oi, what you doing sniffing my cocaine? I'm sorry, Goldie. I did not mean to sniff your cocaine. It's all right. You just stay away from that. I promise I won't chop off your paws. So Oh, God.
Hey, boo boo.
Right. You know what? You know what? Who will get to play Goldilocks? We'll get what's her name from The View? That bear,
God, no.
that bear character.
Joy Behar.
Yeah, Behar. Yeah, Joy Behar, which I always thought was pronounced bear.
Mauled at the end.
Yeah,
This was a '90s movie because you could have had Tracy Lords as Goldilocks.
Yeah,
probably could. So I always thought it was Joy Bear, but I guess it's not pronounced that way. So that's why I thought she would be a good fit for that. So
yeah,
so, she looks about as big as a bear. So, sounds about as awful as a bear. So yeah.
Oh, that's Whoopi.
Oh yeah, that's Whoopi too. She'd be the black bear. She'd be playing the black bear. And Joy would be, I don't know, like
the bear. Is it because he's white? Why are you going?
Yeah. Oh, I'm sorry. Yeah, okay. Then Whoopi can play the white bear. So polar bear. We'd have to change his name from White Bear though, because that would be racist. It'd be Ice Bear, because that goes along more with the drug motif, right? Ice, you get it?
Ice bear.
I was thinking that.
Exactly, right? So, oh God.
Oh goodness.
What a way to fill up a few minutes. So while trying to get to the 2-hour mark. I'm having a lot of fun doing it. Thank you guys. I really appreciate it. Thank you, Penny. So you've just helped this channel fill up another 20 minutes of material. So and for Phantom Outsider, also want to thank you for suggesting a Cocaine Bear cinematic universe. So you've done eloquently, both of you. And one of us right now has to write a sequel to this and make it direct to video.
Yeah, there's a solid outline right there.
That's right. Yeah. Phantom Outsider. Yeah, the teaser trailer, an easy drug run to the North Pole, right? Because Santa needs his ice, right? A freak crash, lost cocaine polar bear. He's coming for another fix. So
yeah.
That's right. Cocaine polar bears coming to town. He sees you when you're sleeping. He knows when you're awake. You better give him that brick of coke, or he'll maul you just in case. So you better watch out. You better not cry. You better not pout. He's telling you why. Cocaine polar bears coming to town.
I'm dreaming of a high Christmas.
There you go. See? Penny approves. If Penny approves, we got to make it happen. So
how else would you explain Rudolph getting so high?
Oh, there you go, right? He has the red nose. That explains it all. Exactly.
Yeah.
Too much snorting from Rudolph.
That could snort. Now we know the real secret on how the reindeers fly.
Yep.
Yeah.
That's right. Oh God.
Rudolph,
with your nose so bright.
For that.
Won't you sniff more cocaine tonight? Then all the reindeer loved him as I shouted out with glee. So, Rudolph the cocaine reindeer. You'll go down in history. Oh God. So
night, Penny.
Night, Penny. Penny, glad you were here tonight. Make us laugh on top of that as well. So you have a good night. Spread the link, leave a like, and spread the show around. It really helps me out. So and with material like this, how can anyone lose? So
yeah.
She also adds, how do you think Rudolph got that red nose? That's right, exactly right. So
yeah,
because he's addicted to cheap crack. So there we go. Now
At this point, I don't think he would go down in history. He'd be put on a hit list.
Probably if he smoked all that crack, yeah, he probably would. So
he has that much.
Thank God my daughter has inherited my sense of humor. So from which I got it from my mom, and that's what happens when at 8 years old she allows you to watch Monty Python. So
there's one we missed. We got fentanyl bear and meth muskrat. You need crack crickets.
Crack
crickets.
Jimmy crack crickets. Phantom Outsider, you combine cocaine with a new experimental drug, then you have coked up super smart polar bears, scar-faced bears. Oh God. Say hello to my little friends. Nobody.
Nordicopus is gonna kill us.
Oh God. And I'm okay with that. So perfectly fine with that. So anyway, my friends, so we're at the 2-hour mark, which is good and which is fun.
Can't believe it's been 2 hours already.
I know, it just flies right by, doesn't it? Time flies when you're doing the stupid and the ridiculous. So that's what makes this show awesome. That's what makes this show titillating to listen to. We'll start with you, John. Anything to plug, my Fez brother?
Other than the hole in the bathtub, no. Just catch us on the Saturdays and Wednesday nights for King Dolphin TV. Lots of fun, good interviews. Cool. Wednesday night is going to be Cobalt reading Pudgy Hedgehog Adventures, which is a lot of fun. And we have a good time there. And, of course, Bear Norman tags Fandomology. They have a great time over there right afterwards. So
right.
Lots of fun. And good meeting you guys.
Yeah, same here.
Yeah, nice to have you on the show there, John. Really appreciate it.
Thank you. I appreciate it. I enjoyed it.
Jeff, what you got for us, my man?
Well, I guess Thursday, I'll be a panelist on the Manorama show with Wrangler Steve's channel.
Awesome.
And Saturday night at klrnradio.com, I will be doing my podcast, Asgard North, talking about D&D. I think I'm talking hookers and mounts this weekend. Usually 60 to 90 minutes of me just talking about old guy DMing and tips.
Cool. Awesome.
Yeah.
Sweet. If you want to put the link in the private chat, I will add that into the comments for other people to check out. And Pop Culture Republic, what do you got for us, dear sir?
Slowly doing more live shows when I'm dealing with a crazy daytime schedule. So it leaves me with late nights to do streaming. So I turned into late night ramblings.
Right.
Cool.
I thought there was more.
Occasional comic book streams. No, that's just me slowly building my channel, trying to figure out what I want to do with it.
Right on.
And let me see. Posting something in the private chat.
You may. Yeah, there we go. And so right here, we got a link. And so please check out the Pop Culture Republic.
Oh, thank you.
And yeah, check out his channel, subscribe away, and let him know you care so deeply, so very much.
Thank you. More coming when I get the free time.
Yeah.
So valuable free time. Even if it is like 1 a.m.
Burning the midnight oil sounds like me almost sometimes.
Yep.
So just don't go as squirrely as I have. So because I haven't had a day off since January 2nd.
Ooh.
Wow. Yeah. Hence the reason why I got this show, because it just it shows the slow progress into madness. So Yeah.
And it has been quite entertaining as well.
Yeah, there you go, right? So this is a template for all to follow. So, while John drinks his makeshift moonshine or whatever it is chugging there. So
Turkey Hill Diet Iced Tea.
Okay. Sure, that's what it is. That's what we'll call it.
Yeah. Yeah.
Well, that's it for this Tuesday. Thursday on top of that, I'll also be on the Mandalorian show as well. So along with Jeff talking about manly things and stuff like that. So also catch me on that on the Mandalorian show. And so I want to thank everybody that was here today on this fabulous Tuesday, on this titillating Tuesday. Well, first of all, I want to thank you guys, John and Jeff and Pop, for just wanting to pop in on the chat and just have a fun time. Always. So, I know it's fun. It's all good. So, I want to thank Anti-Derivative Jill that dropped by tonight on top of that, and Gap After Dark, and DVB, and of course the illustrious Phantom Outsider, and Penny as well. So it's great to have you guys in the chat and just having a big giant ball of wax full of fun. So because you don't find quite unique humor like this, talking about cocaine bears and
their Marvel and made our way to Cocaine Bear. That's
exactly
the transition.
See how that all works seamlessly. So we're talking about Ant-Man and season 5 and how they don't know how they're going to write it, to actually somebody that knows how they're kind of writing the Mandalorian but doesn't know how it's going to end, but they're not worried about it.
Yep.
To talking about possible sequels that'll never happen for Cocaine Bear. It's an interesting lineup. So, and no other channel, as far as I know, can make connections quite like that. So,
yeah.
But no, I want to thank you all for dropping in on this, and we'll probably do this again next week on a Titillating Tuesday. It's fun as an experiment. So I want to thank you guys on the entire panel and for everybody that showed up tonight and making this fun. And we will see you guys all next week on a Titillating Tuesday. So from all of me and all of us here on the panel to all of you out there, you have all a good night.
Yep. Take care, everybody.
Night all.
Bye-bye.